We're creating things every moment. Everything we think is really leading to us to create what is in our life. Life is going to bring you challenges to make you grow, but the whole idea really is to make the challenges a little less challenging. When those negative thoughts come in, the thing to do is to not shut them out, but to replace them. Replace them with what you want. Replace them with images and thoughts of what you want to have happen, rather than try to say, I can't think about that, I can't think about that, because as you're saying, I can't think about that, you're thinking about that.
Sure.
So the goal is to replace with things that you actually want to unfold in your life.
Hallo zusammen, willkommen bei Coffee with Saskia. Wir sind heute in Kalifornien, in Los Angeles, und darum tue ich jetzt auf Englisch wechseln. Aber ich sage euch etwas, der Kaffee in Amerika ist fantastisch, wirklich. So, we are in California, Los Angeles. I'm here in the Magic Crystal store. You see this huge crystal, and this is Jeffrey, my guest today, and how are you? How you feel?
I feel fabulous. I'm amongst all these amazing crystals. How can I feel anything but fabulous?
And you told me they have energy, right?
Oh, a lot, yes.
Okay.
Yes, they're all alive.
They are alive, right?
They are alive. Everything's alive.
And what kind of crystal is that? That my audience and our friends in Switzerland, Europe, America knows. What kind of energy is that?
So this crystal is called an amethyst. Usually when you see purple crystals, they're amethysts.
Okay.
And they're pretty much from Brazil or Uruguay.
Okay.
And this is known as the stone of peace. So it brings a sense of peace and serenity and calm to whatever space you bring it into. Or even if you they have small crystals, they're not all big and you can carry them with you.
I want to ask that exactly. So you have little ones that we can buy in the store and these big ones. Is there a difference between the energy, or it's always energy in there, right? And you can use and work with that. You need a big one when you want to make a big manifestation, or you have a little one and it's okay. What is your experience?
So my experience, so we have Mystic Journey Bookstore and Mystic Journey Crystals. So we're in our crystal gallery at Mystic Journey Crystals. At the bookstore at Mystic Journey, we have small ones. And I gotta say, the small ones can be as powerful as the big ones. It just depends on the person and the crystal and the circumstance. Everything is unique to the moment, and you can find that perfect handheld one, and boom.
Right, because that happened with Michael. He bought a little crystal in your store. It was a white one.
Yes, quartz.
I think.
Yes.
It was that,
quartz,
Michael?
Yes, was it quartz? Or selenite?
It's selenite.
Selenite.
And he took it, and in this moment, he had headache.
Really? Yes.
Some days then, and he always hold in the night and in the day as well when he do some office stuff, and then again headache. And now it's better. Is that because of the frequency that he goes in the frequency of the stone?
Yes.
Or what do you think about that? It's happening to him, really.
Well, yes. I mean, everything is vibration. Right? And so if you pick up a particular stone or a particular crystal and it's vibrating in a certain way that is not in tune with your vibration, I mean, it's gonna cause things to feel, I would say, upset, but it can be manifest as a headache or whatever. They're not aligned. Or, I mean, it's possible that it's trying to move you in a certain direction to bring you back into alignment.
Oh, right.
So it depends.
Sense. Yeah, okay. Because I was wondering, what is the difference between the little one and the big one? But it depends, I think, on the consciousness mind.
Right.
with the vibration from your frequency, right?
Well, so if you want to create, let's say you have a meditation room and you're going to bring people into a meditation room and you want to make it a very calm, serene place where everybody's ready to meditate, and you bring a little crystal this big, probably not going to help. Okay, because you're in a big space for a big room, for a big thing, and you want a larger crystal. But for you personally, and you want to do that, the smaller crystal may be just perfect for you. And this could be perfect for you too. So it all depends.
And how you use them, or for what you use them. And like you said, right? For maybe a meditation room, you need something that, because then come different people in, and then it's different energies comes in, and to clear that, it makes sense that the little one maybe is not enough, and that you need maybe, you have in the background, you have a little bit the smaller pieces, but it's the same. Stone, right?
It's the same. The purple color is the same stone. It's all amethyst.
Okay.
Yes.
That's so interesting. And why you have crystals? What is your story? Why you are the man in Los Angeles with the biggest crystals? Because I was in many stores. Nobody has that what you have. Why you are in love with these crystals, or how is your story to them?
Well, I like that you say that I'm in love with them, because I am.
You are in love with them, right?
Yes, I am. I mean, and it's been a journey. When I opened Mystic Journey Bookstore almost 15 years ago, all I had was small crystals. But over the years, my love for them, my interaction with them has grown and grown, and also our customers, our clients, their interest has grown too, and so they've just naturally grown and expanded and gotten and become larger, and I've had some wonder, and still have wonderful crystal teachers, people who work with crystals all over the world, who have mentored me into how to move into larger crystals and larger stones, and people always say I have a fantastic eye for crystals, so I pick every crystal we have here. I pick myself.
So you were there?
I went there. Yes, I go
in their home, kind of.
In their in their homes.
So you take an airplane and go to?
So I take an airplane to South America. Okay. And then again, it's usually Brazil and Uruguay.
Okay.
And so
it's under the ground, I guess. That the people can imagine. So they go on a walk in the mountains, but they never see like this, how it works.
So I have the largest crystal show in the whole world is in the United States, in Tucson, Arizona. Okay. And so I go there every year, and I buy crystals, mostly smaller ones, but I've made friends of the people who are the miners and the people who own bring them out of the ground. Okay. And so they've invited me to come and see the mines.
But how they found them? They have
divining rod. They know.
Crystals, how it works. They do geographic, they know in this mountain they have maybe of these crystals, or in this area. How they find that?
They so most of these businesses are family owned. And so they've done it for decades or 100 years. And so they know where everything is.
So it's about experience.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay. So they know. I mean, and so for the amethyst, it's not even down in the ground. There's more like a hill, a mountain, and they go inside, and they know it's in there, because it's in a certain area, and so it's not like people think about drilling for oil. Try here, try here. It's not quite so much like that. They know the general area and find.
And then you go and visit them.
And I go visit them. I go to the mines and see how the process works. And then I get to go to the workshops where when they bring them out of the ground, they have to open them up and clean them up and make them pretty, right? They don't do all of the points in this crystal are natural. Okay. They clean them. But they're natural. Okay. But this is all polished. They have a giant saw that opens it up, and then they polish this.
Yeah. Is it wonderful?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Okay. I have a little one from you. Or maybe your sister or something. Okay, I have it in my bag.
Good.
So, and then you became friends, and it's about experience, and then you were thinking, I need a bigger space to present my crystals.
Yes, I had the bookstore for many years, and I kept getting larger and larger crystals, and I was running out of space in the bookstore, and I was I need larger space.
Right.
But I couldn't find anything. There was nothing that was going, and I basically had sort of said, oh, well, maybe it'll come someday, but I'm not gonna, really, I let it go. I just let it go to the universe. And then out of the blue, my landlord at the bookstore came to me and said, I have a space, you can use it for your big crystals. And I'm like, you're kidding. And he's like, no, come see. And I looked, and that was it. I left, and within 3 months, we had all of our crystals and with more crystals, big crystals, in a beautiful gallery.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you moved here.
There came a time where what actually was happening was I had to move my bookstore. My lease was up, and so I moved, and I wasn't going to move my gallery. But then once again, the person next door said, I have a space for you. You want to bring your stores together? And I was like, perfect.
And now they are together.
And now they are together.
The next door is the bookstore.
It's all natural, right?
Right.
It's all natural.
You did it, so that means you manifested it. And you did a book about that.
Yes,
that's how we met on your book presentation in the bookstore.
In the bookstore, yes. So we're creating things every moment. Everything we think is really leading to us to create what is in our life. And so it's funny, when I first was thinking of having a gallery, I wanted them together. And it didn't originally happen that way, but I kept that thought in my mind, and then finally, it did manifest. I mean, I just kept it in my mind, and it created, it manifested, and so now, like we said, now they're together, and a lot of my life has been about creating. I'm a triple Capricorn, which is a lot of creation, about creating things on this earth, right?
To bring it down
to earth, exactly. And so from the things that I've created, whether it's my bookstore, or whether it's the gallery, or whether it's my fabulous home, or the relationships in my life, I've been about how to manifest, how to create what you want in your life. So I decided to write a book about it. And so I now have a book out called The Tiny Book of Big Manifesting.
Right.
Which is
beautiful.
And
we have the book here.
Yes, that's my book.
And yes, Michael and me, we read that a lot. So The Tiny Book
of Big Manifesting.
Of Big Manifesting. So because you were not always a crystal store owner or book writer, so you had another life, right?
I did have another life. I was a lawyer for more than 25 years. A long time.
Yeah, a long time.
But this goes back to creating what you want in your life, because really after about 10 years of being a lawyer, I didn't want to be a lawyer anymore. I really didn't like it, and I wanted to get out, but I was too afraid to leave.
Sure.
Right, because of the money and all that kind of stuff.
Many people know that.
Right, and we call it golden handcuffs.
Yeah, right.
And I couldn't break them.
The golden cage.
Exactly, same idea. So one day I was in my home, and I actually said to myself, if I don't get out of law, I will become sick. And within a year, I had cancer.
Okay.
And it was the cancer that finally, you can say woke me up, but I say it gave me a kick in the rear. Life is going to bring you challenges to make you grow.
Right.
But the whole idea really is to make the challenges a little less challenging. So it's a little gentle nudge rather than in the fanny.
Yeah, but sometimes you need that.
Well,
because
if
you
don't
are that
listen,
in this golden cage,
and
you need that's something from out really takes you out or put you out.
Yes.
Because that was the same with my stroke. So when I look back, that was my second birth, and I start to grow from there and create totally new life. Now it feels like I had 2 lives in this life, so different. It was so a normal life, and now I'm in the spiritual kind of artist way, and it sounds familiar to me what you said with the cancer. But because now you did so many big things, so that was always in you.
Yes.
Even you were a lawyer, that was always in you. So can you imagine when you never put that out? Of course that make cancer in your body, because this energy was always in your soul, in your mind, in your written life story path, But when you have the feeling you told me you have the feeling that is not right to be a lawyer. I have to break out. So then the universe helps you to break out and go on your way. Because sometimes people have an accident or something, but they go some months later or years, they go back to the kind of old life, and because they have no idea what they should do now. Yeah. But you, and I want to say me as well, I wrote more than 45 songs until today, and I wrote, and I don't know that I can write songs. So then I asked myself, but this energy was always in my body. That's why I had a stroke, because this energy now, it was time to break out a new chapter of my life. And the same is with you. So you didn't have the cancer and now you're a lawyer again. No, you changed your life and you see what you create. That was always in you.
Yes, it was always, I completely agree, it was always in me, but what I want to bring to the world is to help them to know that these energies are within them, and they can let them out without having to go through the trauma of cancer or a stroke. That they can listen to their intuition and follow it and not be afraid to follow it. There's a great saying that I like, which is leap and the net will appear. And it takes a lot to get to the place where you trust the universe to provide the net for you. And one of my goals with the book and just in my life and all that we do is to let people know that the universe is there to support them, and they can take these chances, they can take these risks. And let me tell you, it's better to take them really without a heavy trauma. It's much easier to go through something that is may be difficult, but it's not a stroke and it's not cancer. It can be something that's much more easy to work through. So I'm with you totally. So I see that in the same way as you. So you don't need always that big event. You can start before. Yes, and again, it goes with people's fear and worry are
Oh, I love this chapter in your book. I love that chapter in your book. Worry or the worst meditation.
Yes, worry is the worst form of meditation. Because you're thinking you're worrying, and then, the more you think about something, the more likely it is to manifest in your life. And when you're worrying, you're not worrying about the best things. Worry is worry. You're worrying about something negative that you think might happen in the future. Well, the fact is, it may never happen. But when you worry and think about it, then it's because worrying is the same thing over and over again, and that's what helps. That's what creates.
That quote I read many times, and then I think 4 days ago, I really understand what you mean with that. In the car, we were on the way to a meeting, and life, when you are in a car, life is like passing by, and then I was thinking, now I understand what you mean deeply, Sometimes you read something and you say, okay, makes sense, but you don't understand with your full body. And in this moment in the car, I told Michael, now I get it. That is so deep, that is so deep. And I think, so your book The people can buy that on Amazon, right?
Yes.
And and in the store in Los Angeles, of course. And I think that is a wonderful ending of Coffee with Saskia today. Don't have worries.
Yes. Yes.
Can you say it again? You manifest everything, worry and positive things. So
we're always creating. We're a creative machine. Right. And even when we think, when you say, let's have a coffee. Mm-hmm. In your mind, there's a picture of a coffee.
Right.
And it's those images that are the creative power. And so even when you're alone in bed at night and you're thinking these,
especially when you're alone, then the thoughts starting doing crazy things.
Yes.
And do you have simple advice for the audience and for the world how you manage your thoughts when you are alone with yourself? Because I think many people, when they start to be alone in bed or have a rest, the thoughts overcome them. And have you a strategy or something?
Yes, I mean, that's a fabulous question. And look, a lot of the things that I talk about in manifesting, it's a lot easier to say than to do, I realize it. But it's a matter of practice over and over, and then it becomes easier. And really the way to, when those negative thoughts come in, the thing to do is to not shut them out, but to replace them. Replace them with what you want. Replace them with images and thoughts of what you want to have happen, rather than try to say, I can't think about that, I can't think about that. Because as you're saying, I can't think about that, you're thinking about that.
Yeah, sure.
So the goal is to replace with things that you actually want to unfold in your life.
So when they start, you can say stop, and then you can say to yourself, just, I'm beautiful.
Yes,
very simple, very simple. So I'm beautiful, like that. And then you slip in, and you slip with the thought in, I'm beautiful.
Well, absolutely. I mean, and look, for certainly through my healing, I mean, one of the affirmations that's great is, I am healthy.
I am healthy.
I am healthy.
Yeah,
I mean, it is one of those things.
Yeah.
And the thing that you go to sleep with is actually one of the things you're most likely to create in your life.
Right. Oh, yeah, I read about that a lot. So the time in between when you come to sleep, but you're not asleep right now, it is like a door of manifestation.
Right, it's a portal.
It's a portal,
it's a
right?
Portal into that realm.
Yeah. So our advice, guys, when you are alone or you have negative thoughts, just replace that with something nice. You can start with, I'm beautiful or I'm healthy. Just something nice. Be nice to yourself, and the world will be nicer to you as well. It is all about reflection, and it's all about manifestation.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeffrey, that we could be here in your beautiful store. And I hope, guys, you had fun and you learned a lot. When you want to go in contact with Jeffrey, so the website from the bookstore, from the book, everything you will find here on the post, every link. And just say hello to Jeffrey.
And I want to say thank you. Thank you for having me a guest. It's been an honor and a pleasure to do this with you.
Thank you so much. And we hope that we will create together a very nice friendship and relationship. And thank you so much for everything, for your energy, for everything. Because we really like you, and you are a great soul. And I think, sometimes things happening, and then we find out it's bigger than we expect.
And better.
And better,
yes.
Like the crystals.
Exactly.
So thank you so
pleasure.
much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you.